For the past few months, we've been helping you guys build your ideal Pokemon collection, and we're going to continue that right now with 5 more cards that you can buy at a very good price. What's going on, Funhouse crew? Welcome back to the channel, TCG Funhouse, where we open up Pokemon cards, we talk about Pokemon cards, and in today's video, we're going to help you build a strong Pokemon TCG collection to hopefully give you some long-term growth and really just give you something to be proud of and be like, hey, Dad, I got some really cool Pokemon cards. Aren't you proud of me? I promise that I will never do that again, but that's right, it's episode number 2 of 5 Pokemon TCG cards that you can buy right now that are very undervalued and get them at a very, very good price to help build your collection. But right before we get into that, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to get your entry details for this Evolving Skies Elite Trainer Box. We're giving it away here exclusively on the TCG Funhouse YouTube channel, so make sure you go check out the full entry details at the end of this video because we give away stuff all the time, and it's one of my favorite things about the channel, to be honest with you, and you don't want to miss it because there could be some awesome alternate arts in here, and these have actually been quite hard to find. But anyway, let's start talking about those Pokemon cards. Again, we're going to be using the 5 key ingredients that I like to call facts. That's right, I call these facts, guys. It's a little acronym I put together. 4 key ingredients that you want to look for when you're doing your Pokemon investing. F stands for fan favorite. A stands for affordability. C for condition. T for trends, and S for supply. If you want a better breakdown of what all those mean, go check out my previous video where I had a whole sentence on it, but you should be able to get the gist of it as I go through the list. Now, my last video was a little bit longer, so I'm going to try better to shorten this one down for you guys and maybe not talk about each card for so long. So, I mean, give you guys some of the time of your day back. I know you guys love hearing me talking. I know I love hearing myself talk, but I've already pushed it, by the way. Let's go right through it, and we're going to be starting with Shiny Mewtwo GX from Hidden Fates. And the reason why this card is on the list is because it has fallen in price in the last month or so. I have opened so much Hidden Fates and pulled so many of these cards and consistently have sold these Shiny Mewtwo GXs raw between $85 and $120. Right now, you can get them in near mint condition on TCG Player for $45 to $48. When I found out that this card has fallen in price so much, I could not believe it. I even swiped some up myself, which is one of the things that you want to do when you're Pokemon investing. You want to sell them when they're high and buy them when they're low. Selling these for $120 a piece when Hidden Fates released and now buying them back at $40, $45 is a huge win for me because I'm still getting near mint condition cards raw, and I made pure profits on those, and I still have just as many of these cards, if not more of them, in my collection today. So the fact that this card has come down so much because Hidden Fates is still being opened up, and what I want you to think about when I go over these lists is what is the scene going to look at 15 years from now? 15 years from now, people are not going to be finding Hidden Fates ETBs on the shelves or those tins over at Target. This is not going to be a widely opened set 15 years from now, but it is still going to be a fan favorite set that people remember, and Mewtwo is another fan favorite Pokemon in its shiny variant. That's where the rarity comes in, and it's definitely just a good buy. I'm going to stop it right there because I'm telling you guys, I could talk about these cards forever, but I'm going to try to cut it down a little bit slower. A little bit, not slower, a little bit shorter, right? A little bit shorter. Let's get into the next one because I'm losing my mind. Moving on, we have our first vintage card of this particular list. And like I said in the first video, these are not going to be niched down. We're going to be just giving you 5 Pokemon cards from all of the Pokemon TCG. Could be Wizards of the Coast all the way to Evolving Skies or even Fusion Strike, depending on, how long I do this indefinitely. But I'm going with Dark Blastoise, the non-holographic rare from Team Rocket. And the reasons why it hits a lot of those facts. Affordability on the non-holo, I'm on a budget. I wish I had an unlimited budget so I can just buy all of the holographic basic Charizards, but I can't. I'm on a budget, so the non-holos are much more affordable than the holos, usually like 1/10 of the price. The next thing, condition. It's much easier to get these non-holographic cards in good near mint condition as opposed to a lower tier near mint condition or a lightly played condition where the holographic foil portion is gonna have service damage. Excuse me, I had some tacos. But yeah, so you don't want that holographic to rub off or anything like that. So the non-holographic versions almost all the time are better, even if you go down to lightly played in this particular case, which is like $8 for this card, which is a huge steal. The condition is going to be good in those lightly played cards as comparative to getting a holographic. Lightly played is almost guaranteed going to have just scratches all over that holofoil. So Dark Blastoise non-holographic rare from Team Rocket comes in on this particular slot just because I love it so much. All right, we actually have another shiny Pokemon coming in here on the list as well, and we're going with Shining Arceus from Shining Legends. I cannot believe that this card is still under that $20 marker. Arceus hardly ever gets printed. There is only a handful of Arceus cards other than when they had the Arceus set, right? So there was a whole set that printed Arceus. Other than that, we have not had much of it at all. Now, we are going to be getting some down here very, very soon because Legends of Arceus is going to be releasing, which is another reason why I think this card is going to have some good short-term growth. It is still under $20. You can get it in near mint condition for like 17, 18 bucks right now, which I think is a good buy because even in January or February, when Legends Arceus releases, this card is going to go up right away in my opinion because Arceus is going to be at the forefront of the Pokemon community and the Pokemon company all over the place. People are going to recognize it more. It's the god of Pokemon. He's going to be getting an entire story. He's going to be getting pushed. So immediate growth on this card is almost definite. And then long-term growth as well because he's the strongest mythical Pokemon in the game. We don't know what might happen 20 years from now. There may be stronger Pokemon. Who knows? Cosmic entities. I don't know. Wait a minute. Arceus is a cosmic entity. Psh, under 20 bucks. It's a good buy right now. And it's its shiny version, which is where the rarity comes into play. Supply, a little bit. Shining Legends was printed for quite a while, but it still is way underprinted compared to today's Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike cards because they've doubled, they've opened new factories, and maybe they're going to continue to do that. Like, let's say they double again 2 years from now. Now, all of a sudden, these sets like Shining Legends don't really look like they were overprinted. Rayquaza finally making an appearance here on the list. You guys know he was on my list last week as well. I am a huge Rayquaza guy. He's a lot of people's favorite legendary Pokemon, if not second favorite, right behind Mewtwo. But he is a huge fan favorite in the Pokemon community. And now that Evolving Skies has been released, he's been getting a lot more love as well. I'm going with the holographic from Dragon Vault, back in the black and white era. Black in the back and white? That was about to be weird. Like, dyslexic issues right there. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. But back in the black and white era, this is a holographic rare from the Dragon Vault set, which was kind of like one of the first subsets that was created. It was a very small set that only included dragons, and every single card was holographic. This Rayquaza was the chase card for that set. I think there was a full art too, but the Rayquaza was the chase Pokemon that you wanted. And this card coming in at $9 to $10 in near mint condition for a card that's already like 7, 8 years old at this point, maybe even 10 years old at this point, is really crazy to me. So at $10 price point for this holo rare near mint condition is unbelievable. I think Rayquaza is going to continue to get love. He still is always going to be one of the fiercest, most fan favorite legendaries of all time, probably forever. He's a linchpin Pokemon for them in the TCG, so picking up Rayquaza anytime that you can is worth it, and including this holographic from Dragon Vault, which I think is a steal right now at that price. We're going back vintage to finish off this list with another fan favorite dragon, pseudo-legendary this time, Dragonite, and I'm going with the first appearance of Dragonite in Fossil, and I'm actually going all the way up to the holographic this time because it has actually come down in price about $20 to $25 recently. You're going to see a lot of these vintage cards come down as the bubble starts to burst. A few months ago, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, this card was consistently going for $80, $85, and it's down to that $55, $60 marker right now. The holographic Dragonite from Fossil. And I think it's a good buy. I don't know how much farther it's going to go down because 2 years ago, this card was still pretty well sought after at like 40 to 45 bucks. So it's only about $10 away from where it was even a couple years ago before Pokemon really started to pick back up and get popular again. So I don't know how far it's going to drop from this $50 to $55 price point right now, because it's a fan favorite, first appearance, first print run of this card, of this Pokemon, which I think are just a recipe. It fits a lot of my facts, you know, and supply being low because, again, it was vintage. It is fossil. Yes, fossil was printed a little bit more than like a base set, and it doesn't have the same rarity as like a Shadowless, right? But again, we're going on a budget. We're talking about $55 for a Wizards of the Coast vintage first appearance holographic Dragonite. That's a good buy right now, in my opinion, and it's one of the higher, more expensive cards I've had so far. But in me, I don't think this is a miss. I think this is something that you can just buy consistently, and it will always be worth your time. Remember, we're looking down the road. We're looking 15, 20 years from now. Complete speculation, but as trends go, I definitely see Dragonite holding value this entire time. That's it. That's the end of my 5-card list. I tried to cut it down. We saved some time. We saved quite a bit of time, actually. Let me know what you guys think about the format. Did you like the longer format where I had more detailed, better breakdown of the cards, or more of my just shortened, here are my touch points on the card list? Let me know what you guys think. I'm down. Whatever you guys are interested in, I will go ahead and continue down that path. But we will be posting this type of series every single Monday at 2 p.m. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you don't miss any cards that I think are good values and good buys right now for long-term growth or just to bolster your Pokemon TCG collection. But I know you guys have really stayed around to get those entry details for that Evolving Skies Elite Trainer box, which we are giving away very, very soon here towards the end of the month of September. We're also got a box break coming up, so make sure you guys go check that out over on TCGFunhouse.com. But here are your entry details for that ETB right now. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the end of the video. I know you're looking to get those entry details for this Evolving Skies Evolutions beauty of an Elite Trainer box that we're giving away here on TCG Funhouse. You only got to do a couple things, guys. You got to make sure that you are a subscriber here on the channel. You have to like this video, and you have to leave a comment below. Usually in the videos, I ask a question or ask you to make a statement that I would like to either talk about or discuss. So comment that, or you can leave any kind of comment that you want. That being said, guys, remember, you can get an entry for every single video that I post. It's not just a one-time gig. You can get an entry for every single video, and with 3 to 4 videos a week, that is a ton of entries that you can have and opportunities to win the Elite Trainer box. So, thank you so much once again, guys. Share this on your social medias as well. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any entry opportunities, and I will see you around.
Social